Welcome to Law Enforcement Coaching. Meet the coach with founder Tammy Sharp. Today we are speaking with one of our coaches, Brandy Norris. Get to know a little about Brandy and see if she may be the right coach for you.
Awesome. Thank you, Brandy, for being here. For anybody coming onto this video, this is just a quick intro to get to know if maybe Brandy's the right coach for you. So with that, I'm going to let you just take over, introduce yourself, and who are you?
Thanks, Tammy. I appreciate the opportunity. Hi, everybody. My name is Brandy Norris. I am a retired police chief from Texas. I spent about 23 years with the College Station Police Department. Started out on patrol and worked my way up to assistant chief. Throughout that time, I had the opportunity to work in pretty much every division and unit within the department. As an assistant chief, I did supervise the entire department at different times. Retired from the police department, was retired about 3 months, and a local state agency reached out regarding a position with them, the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission. So I originally went to TABC to be their director of intelligence, where I oversaw the analysts that were helping with the human trafficking and narcotics investigations that were occurring within licensed premises. I did that for about 9 months, and the executive director approached me and said he wanted more, and that was to be the chief of the agency. So I am proud to say that I am the first female to oversee the day-to-day operations of a statewide police force in the state of Texas. It was very fulfilling. It was very rewarding, but it was also very tiring because, in case you didn't know, Texas is big. And so I should have realized that, right? But no, in all seriousness, one week I would be in the Panhandle, the next week I'd be on the border, the next week I'm out in El Paso, and in the meantime I'm trying to get to my office in Austin and all of that. So thankful for the opportunity. I learned a lot while I was out there. But after doing it for about 3 years, I decided that coming back home was where I needed to be. And so currently I am in the private sector working in national defense is what I'm doing now. A little about me. I have a grown daughter. She is almost 25 years old, has graduated from college. So she is off my payroll, which is very exciting. Those of you who are still trying to get your kids off your payroll, it does happen, trust me. But no, she's good. She lives here close to me. She and I both went to Texas A&M, and so if y'all are familiar with Aggies and Texas A&M, it's a great location. It's a great school. If any of your kids are interested, give me a holler because I will help them drink the Kool-Aid. They say it's a cult, and that's not wrong. It is kind of a cult. So how did I get into this? So how I got into this was I had an opportunity whenever I was with the PD. I served as a hostage negotiator. So that was really the start of my interest in mental wellness for everyone, both the folks we were dealing with from the police department as well as coworkers. And if y'all have been around for a while, you know, that was kind of the beginning of it. Then we came into, we started realizing there's this thing called CISM, and there's this thing called debriefs, and there's this thing where we started realizing trauma is real amongst first responders. And it is something that once upon a time we were all told, it's what you signed up for, so suck it up. But we got smarter and we realized that we were losing officers and firefighters and first responders to the trauma and the stress, and whether that be because they quit the job or whether that be because they take their life or whatever the case may be, we finally started getting smarter and focusing on what can we do to help our people overcome the trauma that they experience routinely as part of their job, serving our country, or serving our communities and our citizens. So I got involved in the mental wellness program at the department, helped establish the CISM stuff, and it all just kind of spun off from there. And I will tell you a little bit of a personal story. When you get a phone call in the middle of the night that patrol is out with one of your officers because he is in crisis and he made a phone call to shoot himself on the phone with someone, gun was in his mouth. Praise God, the person did not answer. So he didn't. And instead, whenever he called dispatch, whenever you get that phone call of, we've got an issue here and you have to emergency commit one of your officers, If it didn't have your attention, it certainly gets your attention there then. So as much as I hate to say I have experience working with someone who is in true crisis, including going and removing guns, and I took him personally to the hospital and had him hospitalized on a warrant. You don't really understand the stress of not only that individual, but how it impacts his squad or his team, and then how it even ripples out from there into the other facets of the department. I'm happy to say he made it back. And that's another thing that we in law enforcement, we're afraid to say anything, right? We're afraid to say anything. What if they take my badge? What if they take my gun? I'm never going to get it back. Well, there is a path to get it back. And that path is not about getting back your badge and your gun. That path is about making sure you are healthy and well, and making sure that you are the best you can be for yourself and for your family and for your department and for your community. So
it's so powerful. And yes, I love that you talk about that, because it is possible to come back. I think back in the day, maybe not so much. Now things have pivoted, and there is a focus on how do we make sure that we're taking care of this person and seeing them all the way through, whether they stay in the profession or not. Getting them to a balanced state and having the support of the department is such a huge talking point that needs to get shouted from the rooftops. People are starting to talk about it, but we have a long way to go. You're such a wealth of knowledge and experience, and can help so many different people coming in to look for you as a coach. One, you're a woman in law enforcement. You've been a leader in law enforcement. You've gone through so many different facets. You're a mom. You can help so many people. Who is your ideal client? Like, who is that one person that you would just, if they came to you, would light you up to work with?
I would say I do thrive on helping people and trying to talk through concerns. I don't know that there's any one specific need, I guess, for lack of a better term. I take that back. If someone is truly to a point where they are feeling desperate enough that they feel like hurting themselves or killing themselves, then yes, by all means, please give me a call. I'm not afraid of that phone call. I guess is what I'm saying. I'm not afraid of that phone call. Beyond that, I feel like I have a little bit of experience when it comes to navigating the system as a female. So any females up and coming who maybe have an interest or a desire in navigating through to try to accomplish rank or maybe shatter a few glass ceilings, I have a little bit of experience with that, but I really just want to make sure that as best as I can, that the ones who are serving us are served as well. And this is a small way that I can try to continue to serve, give back to the ones who I truly do. I do love my officers. I do love my first responders. We can't do this for 30 years if we don't, right? And just as a human and as a mom, anybody who is needing help, then I'm happy to see what I can do.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. And for anybody that's watching this video, if you're interested, you can book a session with Brandy. If you want to talk to her a little bit more, you can do a consultation. Feel free to email her through our site. Check out her calendar to see when she's available and book your session. We love having you part of the team. So thank you so much. And thank you anybody that's watching this video.
Thanks, y'all. Take care.